This instrument is called what's called in the white. It's totally finished, sanded, and it's ready to go in the paint room. Paper on the inside is obviously to keep the finish from when the spray gun goes across from getting onto the back of the instrument. You keep looking for any spot, and then actually the first coat of sealer I shoot on really thin, and then that'll show up any small sanding like lines or flaws, and then you can sand those out and then shoot the real thin coat of sealer over it again. Let's put this in the paint room and show you how to paint. You have to turn the fan on, get the instrument out, grab a hold of it, and I think the gun's already set up. So here we go. Back and sides of this actually have to be, I'll probably shoot 3 or 4 coats of sealer and maybe sand twice with 320 or 400 paper. See how that just starts to really sparkle. Okay, this is fret wire, and it fits into the fingerboard, and that's what the string gets played on. Now, I don't pound my frets in. I think that's actually barbaric. These are fitted real precisely for dimension and for curvature. But to get that dimension correct without enlarging the slot to about 35 thousandths, you have to get rid of the tang, and doing it by hand with a file takes forever. So that's what this little machine got invented for. It's like a little milling machine. Okay, this is not scientific, but it's you have to cut things right and not make mistakes. Now we got all the frets cut, fitted. Now we have to glue them in. We use 20-minute epoxy, but it takes about, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours to take a firm set where it won't move. You lay the needle in the slot, and just a little push, and it goes right along just like a caulking gun. You go to the next one, you go along. And that's how that's done. Then you put the frets back in, clean it up. Then this little jig here, custom made by yours truly, goes on the top of the fingerboard. And I got 3 or 4 of these that you get a really nice tight seal all the way across. So we're going to stick some strings on this and see what this little puppy looks like.
You don't ever want to push these pins in very hard. If you got to push them at all, you reach through and you hold the X-brace with your finger. And you don't push any harder than you can pull with that finger. That way it's evened out, because I've had to fix a lot of X-braces from people forcing their pins in, and it just pushes the top down and cracks that joint. You have to do this little thing every time you change strings. You have to pull up both sides so that everything comes tight. So if you don't do that, the instrument will go flat on you while you're playing it until you change the strings again. Pretty cool, huh?